Hey, what is going on YouTube? Aaron here. We are back with another informational type video, and we need to talk about something. There are going to be two parts to this video. The first part is a quick tip or hack or whatever you want to call it to upgrade your commanders to Legend 16 first. And I've got a little strategy for this, and we will go over that. But there is a second part to this video, and that is going to be the mess of commanders, how many, the vast amount of commanders and potentially what people like to call the pay-to-win commanders. We will get into that in the second part of the video, and I will leave a timestamp down below. But in the first part, let's talk about how to get a commander to Legend 16 and why you should do one commander to Legend 16 first. As you can see, Norman Scott, I have Norman Scott and Einstein here. These are both my cruiser commanders, and American cruisers are my thing. So we ranked up, my first Legend 16 commander was Norman Scott, and the reason you want to do this, I'm going to tell you now, is because, and it should be a commander that you can buy in the store. And what I mean by that is you can, if you go to the store here, and then you go to the commanders tab, you see Ernest King. Where is he? Let's find him. Norman Scott. And you're like, Aaron, why would you buy? You already have him. He's already in your port. So let's go ahead and purchase him for 900,000 Commander XP. And when you purchase him, you can see, oh, duplicate commander obtained. Let's view the details on that. And look, it gave us a universal combination. So the difference is, while getting a universal combination that can be used on any commander. So let's look at Mimbelli here, because I do want to rank him up to 16-4 eventually. So you need 15 accommodations to get him up to 16 Legendary 4, or Legendary 4. It doesn't have to be 16, but and you see we have 1 gold and 7 blue there. So the 1 gold is the gold which is unique for Mimbelli. You cannot use that on any other commander, but if you look at De Revel here, and we go down to this, I have 2 gold and 7. The 7 universal ones can be used for anybody. So if I wanted to do this again, I don't know if I have enough Commander XP. And notably, you will run out of Commander XP relatively quickly. So let's go back to the store. But you can just stock up on Commander XP. You can buy Commander XP, or use your boosters. I don't really use my boosters anymore just because I don't care. But what you can do is you can keep buying Norman Scott in the store, or whichever commander you choose, but make sure they are in the commander tab in the store. It cannot be an event commander because they're not in the store. Most of them are not. And if you keep buying him, you just keep getting these universal accommodations. And eventually, you can rank up other commanders to 16-4. Now, be careful running out of Commander XP, because at a certain point, when you need to rank up commanders, or even buying it in the store, I'm not exactly sure. I know when you're ranking up, you will use your global XP. That is something that Wargaming does not advertise. But let's go to a commander that we literally don't. Mikkel. So somebody would be like, what? If you see you use Commander XP, and if we run out of that Commander XP to rank up a commander, you'll actually use your global XP. And global, we know, can buy awesome ships like the Stalingrad for 2 million and other ships. I've done a video on that before. I might do another one though. So be careful while using your Commander XP. So basically, here's a look at what you need. And that's the little tip and trick. On top of that, you can go to the store and buy. It's under the container tab. You can buy a 3 commander crate for 10 million silver. Now, if you don't have silver and you're a newer player, if you're a newer player, you're probably not going to have that much silver. But let's go ahead and open these and see what we get. And like I said, because if we get Norman Scott in this, okay, we got Bay, Geisler, and Burke. So pretty much useless, but you can still get these. And as you see there, we have multiple accommodations for each of those commanders. But those are the 2 little quick tips and tricks that you can use. And I think I'm going to do an entire in-depth basic commander tutorial. I've done one in the past, but it probably wasn't that great. But the second part of this video, so if you're a newer player, this probably isn't going to make a lot of sense to you. But if you're an experienced player, this one's going to kind of hit home, and it's going to be a little personal. So there's too many commanders in this game. I could say that and be done with this video. But there are too many commanders in this game, and the commanders are starting to stack up on themselves. We've got Increase dispersion, increase accuracy, increase grouping, increase everything. Increase reload, decrease reload, or you know what I mean. Uh, Increase reload, or decrease the reload time, decrease the rudder shift time, uh, decrease your concealment, and we're running out of options here. At a certain point, we're going to just be overlapping on top of each other. Like, for example, the where is she? Queen Elizabeth. Reload time, AP damage, and grouping. This commander, if you look at it like right off the bat, you're like, that's actually pretty good. But if you really look at it, she's almost halfway without one legendary perk, and the most you're gonna get is 2%. 2% reload to the main guns. Now, in certain situations, if you want to throw it on top of something, a build you're not really sure what to use, sure, that would be great. But now that we just got released, D-Revel is reload time of your battleship, so why would you not choose this commander over the Azure Lane for 2%, where you can get nearly twice that with this one, and then you're getting 2% other. It's just kind of a waste. So there are too many commanders in the game, in my opinion, and I get it. It's wargaming is a business, so for everyone to just say that, oh my god, everything needs to be free and they need to give me exactly... No. Wargaming is a business. They need to make money. They need to pay their families, and put food on the table. Or they need to pay their families. They need to put food on the table for their families. So I get it. They're selling some of these commanders, like Azure Lane Scharnhorst, is one of the best commanders in the game personally, because it decreases your dispersion, which, as you know, it increases accuracy. But if you look at, we have Scharnhorst, Franz von Hipper, Ciliax, Pickup, Henry Hyde, Tesla, and so what is that? And Megatron, which I haven't even touched. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battleship commanders for the German battleships. 6 German battleship commanders. Is that necessary? I mean, come on. And even then, we've got, 4 or 5 cruiser commanders. Some of them are absolutely useless. Like, I think range on German battleships is personally useless, but especially because it's a brawling build commander. But anyway, that's just off topic. And another example is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destroyer Japanese destroyer commanders. I mean, imagine a newer player looking at this and just being, what the heck? What do I choose? Now, obviously, I am a community contributor, and I've gotten a lot of these commanders for free. Thankfully, I've gotten them upgraded as well, which is another point I kind of want to bring up. But if I didn't get half of these, to test and for free, I wouldn't touch them. There's just way too many to choose from. And imagine being a newer player, just having all these commanders to choose from, and having no idea what to choose. So no wonder, some players don't, have no idea how to play the game, because there's no like base knowledge or information or introductory information on how to use these. And the third point, and kind of the final nail in the coffin, really is the pay to win. We just got the third wave of the Azure Lane, and every commander, honestly, except for this one, is kind of a waste. But we finally get an Italian battleship accuracy commander, and it's you have to pay for it. Now, like I said, just to be thoroughly transparent, I did not pay for any of these. But for every other player that really wanted an accurate Roma, they had to pay for it. Now, like we said, we understand wargaming is a business, so to say that they can't, do this is a little obnoxious. But they release it with this base trait of, it's all right, but I have a feeling they're going to release another commander down the road, which is going to be, a non-pay to win, and it's just kind of going to be a slap in the face to everyone who has paid for this commander. That being said, this isn't like an outrage video. I just want to bring awareness to the fact that there are too many commanders, and it's very difficult to rank up commanders. As you can see, my resources here, I have a lot of promotion orders, 7 insignias, and 12 universal combinations, and we just showed you how to print more universal combinations. But I've been playing this game for nearly 3 years, and I have a lot of commanders ranked up. especially in my American category, but I only have one, two, I think 3 commanders fully maxed out. These are 16-3. A lot of 16-3, so I may have misallocated certain resources to yeah, I have 3 commanders fully maxed out. But for someone who has played the game for 3 years, I think I should have a little bit more than 3 commanders fully maxed out. I think insignias, maybe for higher players, need to be given, for players that have played longer, via Global Elite or Global XP maybe. I have 54 million Elite XP, so like I said, this video is a little bit all over the place, but the pay to win, I think, should maybe be addressed in a different fashion. I know that's a revenue stream for Wargaming. They have said it themselves, so that's unlikely to change, as well as the ease of access to resources. Commander XP is fine. I think promotion orders are okay, but insignias and universal combinations, like I said, someone who has nearly 15,000 battles, 2 years of premium, the gold is like kind of irrelevant, but I've spent nearly $500-600, probably $1,000 on this game before I was a community contributor, and to only have 3 commanders fully maxed out is, I don't know. I feel like it should be more. On top of that, I got this commander at 12 legendary too. I haven't upgraded it myself, so some of these commanders are, it's like I haven't upgraded them all on my own. But I think there's a slight commander problem. Like I said, too many inspirations and not enough direction for the game. For like newer players. That and the inability to respec a commander, or use these, like for example Dewey. We get Dewey outright, and I spent all these promotion orders and stuff. I haven't obviously used any universal combinations, as I have 8. But why can I not retrain Dewey and get those promotion orders and insignias back so I can use them elsewhere? I think that needs to be the next step. I think that would be a fair step for Wargaming, where they can still make money, as well as the experienced players who have played the game or maybe misallocated resources, use them in a more appropriate and effective fashion. On top of that, I wish we could set specific builds for ships, because my build for my Baltimore is different than my build for my Alaska, and having to retrain or use commanders every single time is kind of annoying, because you have to basically go in and just delete this off the ship, retrain it, and then waste commander XP to use it on the boat. So that is my soapbox, and I'm going to stand on it. I think commanders, I really don't have a huge problem with them, but I think they're beginning to overlap, and there's not enough for newer players. There's not enough transparency and information on how to use them. So a newer player looks at all these commanders like, where do I begin? And I'm gonna try and do a video on that. But in the meantime, let me know what you guys think down below. Pay to win is always going to be there, guys. So saying that Wargaming, oh my gosh, don't do that. No, it's always going to be there, and we know that. Like I said, I'm okay with Wargaming running a business and making a profit, but at the same time, they could make it a little more user-friendly and make it a little more, making the retrainable and the certain command, you select a commander for a specific ship with a different build, would be that would be something nice for the player base and probably get them to spend a little more money. But again, let me know you guys' thoughts down below. Like, subscribe if you are not already. Throw me a comment. Join to be a member if you have not already. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.